Global job change. Starting with the hidden job, Lord of the Death Chapter 2, Hidden Profession Undead Monarch. Lu Yan awakened the necromancer. He was lucky. He followed the class and got out of the fighting profession. Che. What's the use? It's just the weakest combat occupation, necromancer. It can call a few skeleton soldiers, and the combat effectiveness is very weak. Yeah, the number of necromancers is very small, there are basically no top ones, there are very few inherited skills and techniques, and there is basically no potential. But it's not bad, after all, it's a follow-up class. It's good to be able to change jobs successfully. Lu Yan didn't pay attention to the discussions around him, the voice in his head shocked him. System, when he first came, Lu Yan also expected to have his own golden finger. But after 3 years and 3 years, Lu Yan was already desperate, and he didn't expect the system to come out. 6 years of physical pregnancy? The corner of Lu Yan's mouth twitched, no wonder his body was so weak, even using the qi and blood supplements that Sister Liuli gave him would not have much effect. Before, Lu Yan thought that his physique was too weak, but now it seems that he was absorbed by this occupational support system. But then Lu Yan focused his attention on the reward. Second job transfer awakening, fully explore your potential, carry out a second awakening, and have a chance to awaken a hidden profession. Looking at the description of the awakening from the second job transfer, Lu Yan's heart beat suddenly. Awakening from the second job transfer, is there a chance to awaken a hidden job? You must know that hidden occupations are very rare. Basically, it is only possible to appear in the second rank or even the third rank, and the probability is terrifyingly low. There are only a handful of people in the entire Dragon Kingdom who have awakened their hidden professions in a single turn. Without any hesitation, Lu Yan directly chose the second job transfer and awakening. A dim light emerged directly from Lu Yan's body, enveloped Lu Yan's body, and merged into the pale blue light. Pharaoh, how is your class? 20 people in our class have been transferred to combat occupations. Li Xiaoyu, the head teacher of the 7th class, looked at Lu Yan's head teacher Wang Nude and asked. Wang Nude glanced at Li Xiaoyu, and then said angrily, on my side, there are only 15 people who have changed careers into combat occupations. Wang Nude knew that Li Xiaoyu was here to show off. After all, there were more than 20 people in a class who were transferred to combat careers, very few. 15 or 16 is good, but more than 20 are very rare. Li Xiaoyu said with a smile, yo, there are only 15. Now there are only a few students in the follower class left, which is probably the case. TSK, Mr. Wang's title of the top class last year is probably going to be handed over. Wang Nude raised his eyebrows. It's not certain yet. The result of the college entrance examination is the time to decide the top class. Also, there are not 15 people in our class who have been transferred to combat occupations, but 16. Having said that, Wang Nude pointed to Lu Yan on the job transfer platform. Li Xiaoyu squinted and said with disdain, is that a student from your follower class? It's really good that the follower class can awaken the combat profession, but unfortunately he is a necromancer. You don't know the combat power of the necromancer, do you? Summon a few skeleton soldiers. Reality is not a game, and monsters are not fools, so they won't only attack skeleton soldiers. With the physique of a necromancer, it is estimated that he will bid farewell to this college entrance examination after being touched. Not to mention that you, a student, seem to be very frail, and your physique is estimated to be less than 10, so you won't be able to get good grades in the test. Wang Nude snorted coldly. The results of the college entrance examination have not yet come out, and everything is still unknown. Teacher Li should take care of his class. Haha, I don't mean anything else, so I'm just here to chat with you. Since Mr. Wang is not welcome, I'll talk to Mr. Wang after the results of the college entrance examination are released. Li Xiaoyu said with a smile, then shook his head and left, looking very proud. Wang Nude frowned as he looked at Lu Yan on the job transfer platform. Although his class had a combat career, which gave him an unexpected joy, the situation of their class this year was not optimistic. There are only 16 combat professions, and it is estimated that this year's top class will be without him. And at this moment, there was an exclamation in the distance. Boom, single quote. A dazzling light rose from the transfer platform in the distance, and then slowly sank into a girl's body. It's a warrior's upgraded professional berserker. I didn't expect the school to have an upgraded combat occupation. Generally speaking, the level up battle class can only appear at rank 2 or even at level 3. When you just wake up and transfer to a class, you're going to be promoted to a battle class. The future is limitless. I heard that in addition to the fixed rewards, the school will also distribute additional rewards for the upgrade battle class. It would be great if the transfer class 1 awakened was an upgrade class battle class. What are you thinking? Although the promotion combat profession is not as rare as the hidden profession, it is also very rare. Our school has only produced this one after 10 years. When everyone's eyes turned to this girl, no one noticed that Lu Yan's career change light flickered twice. Second awakening is completed. Congratulations on transferring to a hidden occupation, Undead Monarch. The power of the undead will be dispatched for you at any time. A voice flashed in Lu Yan's ear, and the rays of light gathered into his body. Lu Yan felt that his body seemed to be filled with a force. Name, Lu Yan, level 0. Occupation, Undead Monarch. Lu Yan checked his information, and when he saw the skill column, he found that there were 3 more skills. Innate skill, Undead Deterrence. As the Undead Monarch, all undead will fear your power, and when facing you, their attack and defense will be reduced by 50%. Innate skill, Nether Soul Eater. As the Undead Monarch, you can devour the power of the souls of creatures that cannot be resisted for your own use, and obtain 1% of the opponent's power. Talent skill, Army of the Undead. As the Lord of the Undead, you can command a huge army of undead, and there is no upper limit to the number of undead you can control. Talent skills. Most of the skills of the combat profession are inherited from the experience of the predecessors. UU reading www.ukanshu.com or comprehended by themselves, and those who have innate skills upon awakening can be called geniuses. And Lu Yan, now directly has 3 talent skills. And these 3 talent skills are very abnormal. Undead Shock can be said to give Lu Yan an absolute advantage when facing undead creatures. Now, although there are not many necromancers, and there are very few undead combat occupations, there are quite a few, or even a lot of undead monsters. Lu Yan's talent is still very useful in the wild. And the second talent skill, Nether Soul Eater, is too perverted. It is just like the star-sucking method. Although it can only obtain 1% of the opponent's power, it is also extremely impressive. As for the third talent skill, it directly penetrated the upper limit of the number of undead. You must know that ordinary necromancers can control the number of undead according to their level. At first, they can only control 2 undead. At present, the highest level necromancer is level 65, and the number of undead he can control is only over 100. Although it can improve the quality of controlling the undead and improve the combat power, it is naturally better to be able to control more undead. And now, Lu Yan can directly control the infinite undead. Of course, although there is no control limit, it also needs enough strength to be able to control more undead. But relying on this talent and skill, Lu Yan can completely form an army of undead. At this time, the system sounded. Congratulations to the host for the second job transfer to the hidden profession Undead Monarch. This system will help the host's career growth. The daily tasks are now open, and you can get daily rewards when you complete them. Please check the